back to another episode of Assassin's Creed. If you guys haven't seen the last episode, I would recommend doing that right now. Or, actually, the last couple of episodes. But, to catch you guys up on what's going on, Phantom is heading over to Al Mulin after assassinating our last target. I've got his name because it's been a bit, and it's a bit quiet, but I hope you guys can hear what
for me, Altaïr?
saying. So,
Denapus is dead.
Excellent. We could not have hoped for a more agreeable outcome.
And yet,
What is it?
the doctor insisted his work was noble. Looking back, those who were supposedly his captives seemed grateful to the man. Not all of them, but enough to make me wonder. How did he manage to turn enemy into friend?
Leaders will always find ways to make others obey them. And that is what makes them leaders. When words fail, they turn to coin. When that won't do, they resort to baser things. Bribes, threats, and other types of trickery. There are plans, Altaïr. Herbs from distant lands that cause a man to take leave of his senses. So great are the pleasures it brings, men may even become enslaved by it.
You think these men were drugged then? Poisoned?
Yes, if it truly was as you describe it.
Herbs. This seems a strange method of control.
Our enemies have accused me of the same.
The promise of paradise.
They think he's a god, overflowing with women and pleasure. I'd drug you as Garnier did his men, and tempt you with his rewards.
They do not know the truth of it.
Which is how it must be.
But if they knew the truth of it, then all we seek is peace.
Then they would not fear us, and we would have no hold over them. Go. It is time you continued with your work. Another rank is restored to you, as is a piece of your equipment. We'll speak again when the next has fallen.
so now that we have ranked up from rank, I think, 1 to rank 2, we are now we are ranked up from 2 to 3. So now we are available to have throwing knives and tackle, which can be practiced also in the courtyard. But Phantom also noticed that there is a few flags about, and today is kind of like a flag heavy episode, so that's also another thing that we've noticed during editing. So Phantom just runs around the backyard, I guess, the garden, I don't know, but to see if there's any more flags about, and there wasn't any, so Phantom continues to head over to the next place, which is Jerusalem, to get our next target. So Phantom is taking things a little straightforward with this mission, and also this was recorded at like midnight. But Phantom sees another flag to take, so right at the gate. So they took it and basically just rolled on the ground. And we just ride off to cut to the next flag location after getting a viewpoint, which is also another thing. I don't know how many flags we are going to get this episode, so if anyone would like to comment on how many flags we got this episode, it would be greatly appreciated. And I think this is like the third flag, fourth flag, I don't know. But we cut over again to Jerusalem in like 11 something, and basically Phantom just immediately knows a way around. Assassin's Creed 1 is a lot more simpler compared to Assassin's Creed 2 from what I realized, but Phantom climbs up, does his usual thing, and does some more parkour by climbing up more wood and going back. Yeah. This time it's a little bit more simpler because of the fact that it's like it feels like there's not a more grittier time period, I guess. I don't know. Compared to Ark, like in the last episode. But Phantom gets this viewpoint, you know, slowly climbs up. We are currently spread as well. So that's really fun. Really fun, yeah. But Phantom slowly climbs up the church and realizes that we could synchronize without climbing onto the cross, which is actually something that we did not know about. But see, the viewpoint gets synchronized and Phantom is ready to launch themselves off the tower. Yeah. And we are in the rich district this time compared to anything else. So Phantom does like the viewpoints, collect like the two requisites, which is like going to be interrogation and pickpocketing, which you guys already know about. So we are not going to be showing it this episode because, first of all, Phantom's tired, so might as well. But we get this. So, after a little bit of research, like during the whole interaction, we found out that this is currently taking place during July 1191 with Talal. Lol? I don't know. But, yeah, Phantom figures out how, remembers how to do Eagle Vision again, which works. But we kind of just get over with the whole, like, missions and such, so we'll be cutting back to returning to the Assassin Bureau to talk with Malik again. Yes, that was Malik. Reasonably so to be mad at us. Mainly because of the fact that we made him lose his arm and killed another brother in the process of entering the Jerusalem Vault. So, just waiting until the lag spike stops, and cut.
I found Talal. I'm ready to begin my mission. That is what we need to decide. Very well. Here's what I know. He traffics in human lives, kidnapping Jerusalem citizens and selling them into slavery. His base is a warehouse located inside the barbecue north. As we speak, he prepares a caravan for travel. I'll strike while he's expecting to stop. If I can avoid his men, Talal himself should prove little challenge. Little challenge? Listen to you. Such arrogance. Are we finished? Are you satisfied with what I've learned? No. But it will help. Cry in the corner. Whatever it is you do before a mission, I want to make sure you do it right.
So now that we figured out where Talal is, I'm glad that I said that name right, because I'm probably not going to pronounce every single name that is coming after this. We then fast forward to the assassination mission. Yes, and this time, there's no crash, which is really good. on one hand, because, fun fact, the crash actually happened before we managed to, get the game started. So, that was really fun. Anywho, Phantom runs over to where Talal is, which is more of a complicated place. But in the meantime, we find another flag within Jerusalem. That makes it 3 flags that we found. I don't know where we found the last 2, but we did. Anywho, we continue just slowly getting our way over there. So, yeah. We are currently failing on how to climb, but, there's that. Who threw that rock is our main question throughout this entire mission. Who threw that? Where did they throw it? Where? Why? How? When? Huh? But, anywho, Phantom is kind of struggling how to climb right now because of the fact that we can't jump and climb in this game. So, that's really much of a pain, but doesn't matter, we can find our own way around. So Phantom does our own way, but it turns out that we are a lot more closer to the destination than originally thought, and Phantom just immediately beats up this one dude with his bare fists, then switches over to their swords, and yeah, it took a bit, but yeah. Anywho, Phantom just continues to run over, lag spike again, run over to that massive doorway that is currently right there. That is where we need to go. But another issue is that there's a lot of guards within the way, so Phantom does another thing after they spot another guard sitting on the rooftop on the other side. So Phantom switches over to their throwing knives and tries to lock on to the target and throws the throwing knife to distract the guards down below. Was it an accident? Yes, it was. But do they go for it? Yes, they do. Like a professional assassin they are. Anywho, Phantom goes inside the space that contains the target without even knowing where the target is. Thinking that there's a massive door there, they thought it was going to be open, but apparently not. Thanks, guards, for distracting us because of it. But Phantom slowly gets to the other side while being just bothered by a poor woman. I feel bad for the homeless. And then we just got hit by a very crazy dude. Yeah. Assassin's Creed. Why? I mean, historically accurate, but still. Why? Just why? I mean, we're trying to have our peaceful time. Dang it. But after being hit like for the 4th time, Phantom reaches to the entrance of the target area of Talal. Feels weird saying that name. The door closes behind us to discover ketchup on the floor. In the cage with a questionable side of things. We don't know what the heck is going on, but we then see a shadowy figure in the window above. Questioning what the heck is going on, Phantom just looks around. Like normal. But, hearing the voices inside the room, they tell us to not go any further than we already have. But guess what? We have to. So we walk towards the gate that suddenly opens, and guess what? Whoop-de-doo.
So you want to see the man who called you here?
You
did not call me here. I came on my own.
The path. Did you once raise your blade against a single man of mine, huh? No. All this I did for you. Step into the light, then, and I your favor. Now I stand before you. What is it you desire?
Come down here. Let us settle this with honor.
Why must it always come to violence? It seems I cannot help you, for you do not wish to help yourself, and I cannot allow my work to be threatened. You leave me no choice. You must die.
We then fight off like 5 guards, but we just countered every single one of them. That's the entire thing. It's just really slow. The fact that Phantom is really well timed with these counters says something about the older games having a more bigger time, like either a smaller time opening or a very big time opening compared to Assassin's Creed 2. But yeah, Phantom gets thrown to the door, but then kills the guards. I think they're the 11 guards, but I could be historically accurately wrong here. But Phantom manages to get them one by one. I think there was some other guards that were also shooting him as well. So yeah. There's really nothing much to commentate about besides Phantom being hit and smacking the hell out of the guards. So yeah, that's also something. And more guards suddenly showed up, and somehow we didn't notice it until now, during the editing process. So how did I not even notice that? Anyways, ignoring the questions, Phantom just... The reason why we are not really going for, like, combos in this game is because of the fact that it's just, like... It may be slow, but it's easier to counter-kill until the last person is alive. That's when we do the combos, and now we kind of have to chase Talal, which is on the other side, and we kind of just have to chase him since Ubisoft really loves these chase sequences. Thanks, Charles Lee. Anyways, we see Talal on the other side, so Phantom quickly just dispatches a plan and chases after Talal. Sadly, this chase had went on for quite a bit since we can't really catch up, since like either we have to assassinate or tackle, which I don't know Phantom knew which one to do, but Talal kind of just like juked us out, and even I was surprised by that. But Phantom does the parkour above, while Talal just manages to run below us. Yeah, chase scenes really suck, and so on. And we thought we had to tackle, but no, we had to assassinate. If we could redo this, we would. But Talal got stuck, and Phantom was entirely confused on what the heck was happening as well. So we go back to the chase, and we find out that they have reached the safe point, or the guard tower, as it's called, which the target takes refuge there. But we fought it out, like making the city be on high alert for us, which is also great. But that doesn't really matter since, like, we gotta take care of our target. After kicking him, apparently. Yeah, after kicking him. But, Phantom quickly dispatches, like, everyone by either hitting them in the nuts, or tripping them up, or slapping them in the face. But,
You've nowhere
with
to
that
run
counter,
now.
we
Share
get
your
the
secrets.
assassination.
My part is plain. The Brotherhood is not so weak that my death will stop its work.
What brotherhood?
Al-Mu'alim is not the only one with designs upon the Holy Land. And that's all you'll have from me.
Then we are finished. Beg forgiveness from your god.
He's long abandoned us. Long abandoned the men and women I took into my arms.
What do you mean?
Beggars, whores, addicts, lepers. Do they strike you as proper slaves? Unfit for even the most menial tasks? No. I took them not to sell, but to save. And yet you'd kill us all. For no other reason than it was asked of you.
No. You profit from the war. From lives lost and broken.
Yes, you would think that, ignorant as you are. Wall off your mind, eh? They say it's what your kind do best. Do you see the irony in all this? No, not yet, it seems. But you will.
So we find out that there's another brotherhood, which is... it should be normal by now, but we get chased around the entire city for quite a bit. And when I mean bit, I'm talking about like a few seconds since, you know. But we find out that we cannot go anywhere else, thanks to a memory block. But this music is a banger. Hear me out. Just listen to it.
Kill him! I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. End this. In such a hurry.
Like I said, a goddamn banger. Anywho, just to catch up on what, just to catch up, besides listening to music, is that Phantom got caught multiple times to count. Plus getting a flag. But, yeah. We eventually get to the Assassin Bureau to see that the door was closed. And guards were still after us. So Phantom had no choice but to fight it out. Sending one off the roof, which did not work, apparently. And we kind of had 5 guards on us, so we had no choice but to counter kill, like that. Another one slipped off. We didn't know that at that time, but one slipped off, and so we kind of just did that. Seeing what we could do, Phantom took their chance and killed them. So now that we are no longer spotted, we can finally finish up this mission. So we go down into the Assassin Bureau and see what we could do. Thanks to Malak, we now have finally succeeded in our mission. So, yeah, a brief explanation is that Malak is currently still mad at us while pointing out that the city is still after us. We show him the feather of evidence. Meanwhile, he's still mad at us for having the entire city know about the assassination. Don't worry about it, Malak. Anywho, he just tells us about the things like we should be discreet and all that. Meanwhile, Altaïr knows he doesn't need a reminder, and Malik is just being a. He's angry for the right reason. I will get that, but he shouldn't be as mad as that and sarcastic. Then we fast forward to resting, and that will be mostly it for today's episode after defeating Talal. So thank you all very much for watching, and yeah. If you guys want to see more Assassin's Creed episodes, feel free to like and subscribe to show us that you are supporting this series to its fullest. We also have our socials within our description, so if you guys want to check us out anywhere else, feel free to check it there. And, yeah. We kind of get told to have a break, so, yeah, that's going to be our break. Until the next episode. So, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching, and we shall see you all next time. Goodbye.